If you want to know the best Western movies, you should definitely watch our picks for the best ones of the 1960s.
I don't think it's nice you laughing. You see, my mule don't like people laughing.
Number 10. True Grit, directed by Henry Hathaway. This timeless classic sparked many remakes and adaptations. It sees a ruthless gunslinging murderer hunted by 3 individuals, all with their very own ideas of how to bring him to justice. Young Maddie seeks revenge for her father and hires a man of true grit to take the perpetrator down. They are joined by a Texas Ranger who seeks revenge for a friend of his, creating a self-destructive trio.
You might deliver him, but I would see to it that you didn't collect a thing for it.
Well, how'd you go about that?
I'd dispute your claim. I'd muddy up the water.
You do that and I'll kill you.
Number 9.
You've had 24 of my 34 years working for you on this ranch, and Daddy, you have had top-grade cheap labor.
HUD is a Western film directed by Martin Ritt. Swapping the glamorous Hollywood tropes with a morally gray abyss, HUD follows a young, womanizing man who lives an uncompromisingly self-centered life. But there is a bitter conflict on the horizon between the callous HUD and his stern and highly principled father, Homer.
Oh, I say, let's us put our bread in some of that gravy while it is still hot.
You're an unprincipled man, HUD.
Number 8.
We need help.
We must buy guns. We know nothing about them.
The Magnificent Seven is a Western film directed by John Sturges. Bringing the best elements of Eastern cinema to the Western genre, The Magnificent Seven sees 7 very different gunslingers fight for a small town too afraid to stand up for itself. Training the townsfolk in weaponry, their one and only mission will be to stand side by side against the ruthless thugs holding the town's controls in their filthy hands.
Squeeze! I'll tell you what. Don't shoot the gun. Take the gun like this, and you use it like a club. All right? What? Let go.
Number 7. The Wild Bunch, directed by Sam Peckinpah. The violent ballad to a dying genre draws every register to mark an epic western with a band of outlaws planning out a last fateful heist. Set up by a former partner, they find themselves the target of a cross-country manhunt. Now it's one gunslinger war after the other, resulting in a bloodbath to tint the sand red.
Harrigan!
The next time you better plan your massacre more carefully or I'll start with you.
Why didn't you kill Pike when you had the chance?
Number 6.
You see, I understand you men were just playing around, but the mule, he just doesn't get it. Of course, if you were to all apologize...
A Fistful of Dollars is a spaghetti western film directed by Sergio Leone. Once defining an entire genre with great and subtle inspiration from Eastern cinema, A Fistful of Dollars introduces a generation-long icon, the wordless gunslinger who shoots before his enemies have laid a hand on their own pistols. When a fight for gold breaks out in the middle of the deadly desert, he sees profit in being a third participant.
If you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.
Number 5.
Balance it light in your hand, and don't jerk the trigger. Squeeze.
Oh, no, you don't have to coach me.
The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance is a Western film directed by John Ford. Often discussed as one of the finest Western epics ever made, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance is a melancholic tale of the past catching up with the present. Questions arise when a small-town senator attends a dead man's funeral, and we witness the daring history they shared and how it was ultimately intertwined with mysterious gunslinger Valance.
He's almost as fast as I am.
I don't like tricks myself, so that makes us even.
Number 4.
Just one clear shot, that's all I want.
Come on. We got to.
Nope. Get away from me.
Why?
I want to fight him.
They'll kill us.
Maybe.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is a Western film directed by George Roy Hill and stars Paul Newman, Robert Redford, and Catherine Ross. Going down in history as one of the most defining pieces of the late 60s, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is the buddy comedy action ride you'll never forget. In a world of outlaws, friendship is rare, but the only thing keeping you alive. When it's about robberies, dangerously intense affairs, and fast draws in fights for greed and honor.
Rules. In a knife fight, no rules.
there ain't gonna be any rules. Let's get the fight started. Someone count 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Number 3.
You know Baby Kavanaugh? Now tell me, you know where I can find him?
For a Few Dollars More is a spaghetti western film directed by Sergio Leone, bringing together old Hollywood's greatest artists in the director's chair and the lead and composing roles. For a Few Dollars More sees another unlikely team-up of once rivals. Two bounty hunters are both in for the money when a ruthless criminal terrorizes a village, and they must unite their powers to overcome their greatest challenge yet.
Alive or dead, it's your choice.
Number 2.
So you found out you're not a businessman after all.
Just a man.
An ancient race.
Once Upon a Time in the West is an epic spaghetti western film directed by Sergio Leone. There is nothing about this ruthless revenge spaghetti western that isn't timelessly classic. Framed as a bloody story of revenge and vengeance, we witness how the West is being transformed by a greedy, shady business. When a landowner is killed in cold blood for his property, years go by and gunslinging henchmen come to find salvation and take what's theirs.
Nothing matters now, not the land, not the money, not the woman. I came here to see you. Because I know that now you'll tell me what you're after.
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
Well, that's good enough. Hey, Fancy Vest. Go ahead and pull that rifle if you want to. But you better speak to your boss before you use it. Because he'll be dead before I hit the ground.
Don't be a damn fool, Joe. Get over there and stand with the others where he can see you.
You don't remember me, do you? No. When you hang a man, you better look at him. Don't go for that gun, Reno. I need you alive.
Mi offri da bere? Sai, ci vuole coraggio a portarsi dietro quella ragazza. Vuol dire prendere di petto razzisti e messicani insieme.
Mi piace prendere di petto la gente.
Ah sì? Tanto meglio allora.
Number 1.
Your Spurs.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is an Italian epic spaghetti western film directed by Sergio Leone. Arguably the best spaghetti western ever made, and defined by its cynical tone and the harsh atmosphere of the ruthless desert, this infinite classic sees the formation of an unlikely team on a great adventure. We follow two men on an uneasy alliance against a third in a race to find a fortune in gold buried in a remote cemetery.
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.